YouTube, this is Vargas from the Vargas Vault, coming at you with a long-forgotten Tales from the Vargas Vault video. I do worry sometimes that my channel is falling too much into collection pickup videos. Unfortunately, between me having a job, I have to work, unfortunately, and my duties as a husband and as a dad, plus other stuff that comes up in life, I can't sit down, grab stuff, and talk in front of the camera as much as I would like. So the easiest thing to record most of the time is pickup videos. I just grab stuff, talk about it, and done. With the occasional Professor Macabro video that I try to maintain, but yeah, I will try to figure out a way to put more content into this. Movie John gave me a couple of suggestions on what I could do, and I'm trying to figure out how I can work that and make my channel a bit more interesting, not just me talking about stuff. The battery light came on my camera. But for now, I will do a Tales from the Vargas Vault video. And as a reminder, the whole purpose of the Tales from the Vargas Vault is to showcase something in my collection that I enjoy and I can share with you guys. And what I'm going to share this occasion is actually a collection that I finally completed last month. It's a collection that I've been wanting to get done for a while, and I finally did, and that's my Metallica collection. Now, Metallica is one of my favorite bands. I have a lot of people that I follow, a lot of artists that I like, a lot of bands whose music I enjoy, and Metallica is one of the ones that I really like a lot. And thanks to the things that lost my train of thought. Thanks to some very good friends at work that were able to help me get some of these, and the ones that I found by myself, I finally have the complete, almost complete. I have all the studio releases, but I am still missing a couple of random discs that I will talk about. So first off, let's start off with the one that started it all, and we have Metallica Kill 'Em All. Sorry for the glare, but I like to keep my CDs and DVDs whenever I can on bags. I feel they protect the discs from dust and humidity and stuff like that. So this is Kill 'Em All. This is the first CD that they released, and yeah, they were still finding their style, of course, like any band that they released their first stuff, but it's still really very awesome thrash metal. I have nothing else to compare it. The Metallica that started this doesn't sound like the Metallica that we have right now. This is like when you're young and you're angry and you're just very hard to describe unless you actually hear it. And then they started perfecting their craft in Ride the Lightning. This is when they really started hitting their stride, and released a very solid CD. All the tracks on this are really awesome, and they continued perfecting it in Master of Puppets with Battery, and of course Master of Puppets, and Orion is also cool. Then we have And Justice for All, not the Al Pacino movie, but the CD that they released. A friend of mine said that this is his favorite CD. Personally, for me, the best Metallica CD that they released is it's commonly known as the Black Album, but it's actually Metallica, and the name of the CD is Metallica. But this is the Black Album. I'm always reminded whenever I watch this is Spinal Tap. They receive their CD, their records, and it's all black, and could there be any more black? I always think of this one, because you can't see it because of the glare. Well, I'll just take it out from the bag. And even then you won't be able to see it, but very thinly you can see Metallica here, and it has a snake here. So it's not all black, but it's pretty black. But this one has, I heard it at just the right moment in my life, and I like, this is my favorite Metallica CD. This has Enter Sandman, Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters. Whenever I feel sad, that's the song I always play. Of Wolf and Man. Just, my favorite Metallica CD is the Black Album. Then they released Load, and this is, well, I still like the rhythm and I like the songs. Personally, I think this is the weakest Metallica CD. I don't hate it. I don't hate anything that Metallica puts out. I always find something that I like, but this is definitely, for me, the weakest of the Metallica CDs. Then we have Reload, and this one has a lot of songs that I like. It has Fuel, The Memory Remains, Unforgiven 2. Those are my favorite songs from this CD. They really did improve on what they did with Load. Now this one a lot of people don't like, and I can't figure out why. I like it myself, and this is Saint Anger. Now a lot of people like it. Again, I respect people's opinions always, but I don't know what they're talking about. I like Saint Anger. Then we have Death Magnetic. Also, not a lot of people like this one. But again, I'm a fanboy when it comes to Metallica, and I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. The only thing I still don't get is why my copy. Well, I bought this at a store, and all the copies actually don't have Metallica. Other copies that I've seen have Metallica here, and it says Death Magnetic, but not this one. This one only has the logo, and it says Death Magnetic there, which is weird. Now, as an appendix to that, they released Metallica Beyond Magnetic, which is only a CD with 4 tracks. But actually, the 4 tracks here, I think, would have worked better on the Death Magnetic CD. There's some really kicking tracks, so it's weird that they left those out. And the last one is the most recent one, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Really love the cover there, and the songs here are really cool. I definitely recommend Hardwired to Self-Destruct to Metallica fans. I would recommend all the CDs, but this one is a return to form for a lot of people. A lot of people that dislike Death Magnetic and Saint Anger like this. But again, I'm biased. I like it. From the live stuff that they released, I just wrote it back. The live stuff that they released, we have S&M. This is Metallica and the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra. I remember one of our neighbors, I think I mentioned this before, one of our neighbors lent this to my brother and me, and we were watching it, and I like all sorts of genre of music. I like metal, I like pop, I like the old 50s stuff, I like symphonic things. One of my favorite memories from Comic-Con is I went to see a symphony orchestra concert of Final Fantasy music. There's just something about orchestral music that feels epic. It's used a lot in video games and movies, but because it does have that epic feeling to it. And when I saw that DVD and I saw Metallica play with that orchestra, it felt epic. It felt big. It felt awesome. So while the Black Album is my favorite studio thing, as far as live concerts, this is my favorite Metallica live concert. I just really dig this, and I'm trying to find the DVD. And also the last one I have, which I just broke because I pulled it when I was pulling S&M, but this is Through the Never. This is the official soundtrack of the motion picture Through the Never, which is a combination of a Metallica concert and movie parts, which is pretty cool, and I still need to get. But this is just basically the concert part. It has them playing live while the events of the movie were happening, and they have their main music playing here. Now the CDs that I'm missing Garage Inc. and Garage Inc. Revisited, which is Metallica doing covers of other songs. From the live stuff, I'm missing the live concert that they released when they went to Mexico City. It's also a DVD and a CD. And I am missing. I know that the DVD exists. I'm pretty sure that the CD exists. But the Big Four, the concert that they did with Anthrax, Slayer, and Megadeth. So those are the CDs that I'm missing. As far as DVDs, there's the DVD that's a compilation of the music videos. I'm missing that. Like I said, I'm missing the S&M concert DVD, which I would love to own that. I bought, which I was very, very happy when I found it, but I bought a documentary on the Black Album. It's a documentary and recording sessions of music from the Black Album. Super happy I found this because, like I said, the Black Album is my favorite Metallica CD. So seeing a documentary on this, I thought was pretty freaking cool. And also, I bought this at a store, and it's Metallica's Some Kind of Monster, which is a documentary on the making of Saint Anger. I bought this at a Mexican store, but for some messed up reason, I didn't notice that it's a Region 0, and unfortunately Region 0 doesn't play on my multi-region DVD, and it sure as hell doesn't play on my PlayStation. It plays on the computer just fine, but I don't know why it doesn't play anywhere else. Same thing happened with the Al Pacino movie I bought recently, but I saw this on the computer, of course, and it's a very interesting look at the process of making a CD. There's another DVD that's even better than this. This is interesting, but the other one's even better, and I've been trying to hunt for that for years and years, and it's called A Year in the Life of Metallica, I think. And it's a documentary of them going on tour, and that one I'm looking for it, but I think it's out of print and really hard to find. But if I ever come across it, I'll for sure pick it up. And the other only thing I don't have available here is the Metallica Guitar Hero game for the PlayStation 3, where you can play with instruments and rock out with Metallica. I have that somewhere, but that's the only other piece of Metallica collection that I don't have. Oh, that I have here, and this No Leaf Clover art that a buddy of mine from work got me. So yeah, that's my Metallica collection. It's a collection that it took me a while to actually finally get complete, but now I have it for the most part. I'm only missing, like I said, those 4 CDs and those 3 DVDs that I mentioned. Hopefully I will get them, but as of right now, the studio stuff is complete, unless they hopefully release something new. And yeah, it's very cool to have something complete. At least I feel it's something cool to have something complete, especially something that you like I like Metallica. So yeah, that was the Tale from the Vargas Vault Metallica edition. If you haven't ever, I can't see that happening, but if you've never heard Metallica, you should. It's awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. I would start with the Black Album. I would start with the Black Album. It's a nice middle point, I feel, between the really, really heavy Metallica in their early days and the more commercial, let's call it, the more commercial Metallica that we have now. It's a nice middle point. After that, I would recommend Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning. My personal recommendations, you could go your own way. And then from the newer stuff, with the newer one, Hardwired to Self-Destruct and Reload. And then, those are the main ones I would recommend you listen to. And then if you like that, go through all the discography and listen to everything they have, because I personally like anything Metallica puts out. So that's my recommendations to you. And if you like Metallica, please share a comment. If you didn't know about Metallica, I don't know what planet you're from, but give it a watch and give it a listen, and let me know what you feel about one of the most awesomest bands out there. So this was Vargas from the Vargas Vault, closing this Tales from the Vargas Vault. Thank you all so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this was Vargas. Felt like Austin Powers there for a moment. Thank you, and signing out.